Today it's time to make some more money. These are quickly turning into some of my favorite videos here on the channel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is Side Hustle Saturday, where I'm going out and trying to make $10,000 exclusively doing side hustles. And in the past 3 videos here on the channel, I did Lyft driving. The first time I made about $80 doing Lyft driving. The second time I made about $30. And the third time I went out on a Friday and a Saturday and I made about $350 doing Lyft driving. But I still have yet to reach that $100 goal in one day that I'm trying to achieve. So if you don't know who I am or what I'm talking about, my name is Anfernee, and on this channel I like to talk about personal finance, investing, and side hustles. And I've been trying to make $10,000 doing side hustles, and this is the 4th or 5th week that I'm doing this now. But today I'm going to exclusively be doing Uber driving. Now I know you may be thinking, Anfernee, are you dumb? You just said you made $300 in a weekend doing Lyft. Why are you still trying to make $100 in one day? Well, that's because I want to do a side hustle where I can leave at like 4 p.m. in the afternoon and make $100 before I come home at 10 p.m. I think with some gig apps, if you go out on the right day and if you get a generous enough customer, you can make $100 in a day. So that's what I'm still trying to achieve. Hopefully I can get there today. I haven't done Uber driving in such a long time. I actually had to update both my insurance and my registration because I haven't done Uber in so long. But that is going to be the goal for today, to make money doing Uber driving. Now I am signed up for both Uber Eats delivery and Uber passenger delivery, so we'll see how much money I make from both. From my past experience doing Uber driving, I don't tend to make a lot of money doing this. It tends to be a little bit worse than doing Lyft and even DoorDash, for example. But I have my app open. It's about 3:27 in the afternoon right now. I plan on driving until about 9 p.m., maybe a little bit later. I want to see if I can get $100 in one day. That is going to be my goal for today. So we are going to go online now and let's get started with this driving. So I don't know if I made it clear in the intro, but I'm actually adding up all the money that I make each week from side hustles until I make it to $10,000. So as of at this point in the video, I don't know exactly where I'm at, but I know I'm pretty close to around $250. And the goal is not to drive for Lyft and Uber until I get to $10,000. But what I want to do is I want to use apps like Lyft, Uber, and DoorDash just to get enough initial money until I can start to work on some more scalable businesses. And as I get more scalable, hopefully the money will start to exponentially increase as I do more side hustles. So the very first month or 2 of this challenge is obviously going to be Lyft driving, DoorDash driving, Uber Eats driving. I do want to throw in some more landscaping videos. I am never going to make another car washing video ever again. That was a terrible idea. But the goal is to use manual labor to get the funds off the ground and then start to work on something that's more scalable. Some ideas I have are like flipping iPhones, flipping couches. I used to flip iPhones in college, so I know that's a great way to make some money. But if I'm able to stock up some inventory on some items that I know are very likely to sell, then I can spend less time driving around and more time actually accumulating things that I can just ship out when they sell. But the thing is, with only $250 right now, that's very difficult. So I'm just trying to work my way up to at least $500 or maybe even $1,000 in the next few videos so that I can start that more scalable, sort of more passive income. If I get up to a couple $1,000s or so, I may even look into some vending machine businesses just to see how that works. But as right now, we're at ground zero. So we really have to work to get these few dollars that we can so that we can start purchasing some bigger businesses.
A few moments later.
So I just got my first Uber ride already, and one thing that I don't like about it is that you can't see how much the ride is going to pay you before you take it. I don't know if that's just because I'm new at Uber, but the ride I just got said it was going to take 12 minutes and it didn't show me at all what I was going to get paid. So it could be $1, it could be $5 or even more, I don't know. I just did that first drop off and I made $8.35. Honestly, it was more than what I thought I would make. I don't know if you saw that last drop off, but the person that booked the trip was named Jasmine. That obviously wasn't a Jasmine. You know, I know some Uber drivers, some videos, they really make a big deal about only picking up who is assigned to pick up the person. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not gonna make a huge deal about it. It really gets a little bit suspicious if it gets late at night and, you know, I'm thinking I'm picking up someone and it's completely a different person. Then I may try to reject some rides, but even with Lyft, they do the same thing. Someone books it for someone else, and as long as I get paid, they get there safely and they leave a 5-star, I ain't got nothing to worry about. $8.35, that's a good start today. Let's see how the rest of the day goes. So I just got a queued order from both Wendy's and Burger King. And honestly, I didn't do a great job of screenshotting the first couple orders, but the first Wendy's order is for $10 and the second one is for $15 from Burger King. Once I get done with these two orders, I don't know how long it's gonna take. I'm really confused of how this whole Uber thing works. I may be at $33 before 5 o'clock. We'll see how it all ends up going, but this is going way better than the second Lyft video I made already. What I like about Uber so far is that I have the ability to get both food deliveries and Uber trips, and obviously that gives me the ability to make more money. And I think that with Lyft driving, it may just not be as popular, because I know when I want to get a trip, when I was on vacation in Hawaii, I only use Uber exclusively. So maybe this would be the way to go. I know that when I did try it before, that I didn't get as many of these good trips back to back, so maybe it is a little bit of beginner's luck. But so far, I mean, we're going to be at over $30. This next delivery is going to be 5 minutes away. I got to figure out if I'm delivering Wendy's or Burger King. I'm still a little bit confused about all that. But hey, looking good so far. Still got a lot of daylight left. Let's see if we can make it to $100 by the end of the day. I was gonna try to get footage of me dropping off the food as I always do, but the person actually came out and walked to me to get the food. I guess she was waiting on it because it was a queued order. So I wasn't able to get footage of that. But Uber is a little bit different as well, because she had to give me a 4-digit code in order for me to get paid for the drop off. I don't know if that's because people tend to steal the orders or you just drop them off in the wrong place. That was honestly kind of cool that I had to have a code in order to complete the delivery. That's just something I haven't seen before. You're wondering why I'm sweating now. That is because delivering Uber Eats to apartment complexes may be the hardest thing in this world to do. All of these apartments look exactly the same. It's impossible. Probably walked around just now for 1.5 miles trying to find one apartment to make $8. That's crazy. At least with Lyft driving, I didn't have to get out the car, and the people came to me and I dropped them off where they went. Trying to find the exact door with all of these apartments, man, it's woo, tough. That last apartment complex I just delivered at was one of the nicest places I've ever seen in my life. As far as apartment complexes go, it was one of those fancy ones where it had the call button and you had to call up, and I don't know, it was just really impressive. One thing that I don't understand about Uber is that I don't think that I'm getting paid what it's telling me that it's getting paid. Because that one was supposed to be $7.50, but the earnings only says $3.54. It says tip processing, so I don't know if they got some time to adjust the tip or not. That's a little bit concerning if they can tip bait and they can offer a big tip and not give it. So we'll see if I actually get paid that amount. And also, I'm almost certain that one of my deliveries is not showing up on here at all. The one that I walked around for like an hour trying to deliver at the apartment complex, I don't know if that one was just canceled or how that works exactly. But it says that I have done 4 trips today. And if I count the Uber X trip that I did earlier and the Wendy's, the Burger King, and then that trip, so that is 4 trips. But my earnings right now only says $26.30. So honestly, like I said, this is a little bit more complicated than Lyft was, so I'll have to see exactly what it is. But apparently I'm at $26 today. Not bad. I've been out here for almost 3 hours now, so I guess it is kind of bad. But I'm going to give it at least 3 more hours. I'm going to give it to at least 9 o'clock to see if I can get up to $75 to $100 today. And let's see if we can make that goal. I really thought that we would be over $35 to $40 right now, but I don't know how this app really works, to be honest. Whoa. All right, I think I finally figured out how Uber works in that app. And I'm pretty sure that the tip that they show you are just delayed. So as soon as you complete your drop off, you get the base pay, and then the customer has the option to tip or not. Honestly, a little bit weird, but I'm not complaining. So right now I am up to $44 on the day, and it's been about 3 hours. So I think that's, I'm not sure because I just dropped an actual Uber X delivery off. I forgot to record that last drop off, honestly. Dang it. But either way, I just did an Uber X. I'm actually just gonna record it with my phone right now, just so you can see the area that I'm at. And the guy was very talkative, and he asked me, hey you guys, and he asked me to help him carry his groceries out. A little bit weird. I don't tend to do that often, but like I said, it was fine. So we're at $44 with about 3 hours. I think if we do another 3 hours, we can get to $100. Fingers crossed. It's actually 6:21 p.m. right now, so maybe we can only do 2.5 hours. I plan to be out here until I make $100, so if it's midnight, it's midnight. We'll see how it all goes. Hey, I'm actually doing a terrible job of recording my drop off today, But just so you guys know, I just did a drop off, very short drop off for about $3.53. I'm going to get better. I'm just so distracted. It's when the people talk to me is when I get distracted. Because I start having conversations, I start getting too friendly, and then I forget to record them walking away like a weirdo. I'll get better, I promise. Bear with me. So the time right now is 7 o'clock on the dot, 7:01 even, and I'm at a little bit over $60. I'm waiting on a few more tips to come through if they come through, but as you can see, I have run out of daylight officially, so the next couple are going to be done in the dark. The good news is that I've been honestly had no downtime at all today. I've had no time to sit around and just not get rides like I do sometimes with Lyft. I guess the downside for Uber is that you don't really know how much your tip is going to be until maybe 10-20 minutes after you deliver the trip. I mean, overall, as far as consistent work, I definitely got to give the edge to Uber. I've been working for 4 hours and I've made $60 gross. That's about $15 an hour. I know it's not the best. I always say that these gig side hustles are just better purely as side hustles if you have a goal to meet. I'm taking it a little bit to the extreme by trying to make $10,000 using them, but that's just me because I'm crazy. I got about 2 more hours left in me. My eyes are starting to get a little bit tired. I tend to go to bed early regardless. Staying up late is just not really that normal for me. I'm gonna push it out tonight to see if I can make $40 more. I doubt I'm gonna make $40 in 2 hours. Maybe I can make $40 in 3 hours. If I get to the point where I get too tired and I go home early, I'll be happy at, let's say $75 today minimum. If I can make $75 minimum, then I know I can have about $50 net that I can add to my total and get up to $300 for the challenge. Okay, I'm just about done for the night. I'm starting to feel like a danger to the road, honestly. I'm really tired. What time is it? It's 7:49 right now. I usually go to bed around 8 o'clock because I like to get up at 4 a.m. to work on things. I'm at $70.13 right now. You guys probably have a more accurate idea of how much money I made today because in real time, I have no idea how much money I made. The number keeps going up and down, and the tips aren't coming in until later. I can't really say right now how much money I made. I know I've made at least $70 as of right now, which is right around my goal. I just was waiting in the McDonald's just to get a $75. I was waiting for like 15 minutes, so I haven't even done a delivery since the last update, and it's $7.50 right now. Because of that, I'm just gonna call it a night. I think a $75 day is decent. Honestly, if I wanted to stay out for another 2 hours, I know I can make the extra $25, but I don't think it's worth it right now. What I will do is I'm not gonna top off on gas tonight, but I will take out about $10 just for gas. And I'm also only gonna save 15% for taxes today because I usually take out 20% out the fan. I think that's a little bit high. But overall, I think that this was a great side hustle Saturday. I definitely would recommend Uber more than Lyft though. I had a lot more trips. I had a lot more activities as far as food deliveries as well. I felt like it was just more consistent. I had 2 $10 tips today, which is crazy because when I did my last Lyft video, I did 100 Lyft rides. I only got $100 worth of tips in 100 rides. It's like $1 per trip. To get 2 $10 tips in one day is crazy. I definitely think if that trend continues that people are a lot more generous on Uber. I don't know if Uber just sort of recommends you tip more or how that works, but I'm going to keep using Uber. I'm probably not going to use Lyft again unless I get another big challenge like I got in the last video. They gave me another challenge that was like 50 rides for a $25 bonus or something like that. That was crazy, so I obviously didn't accept that. But when I get home, I'm going to wait till all of the tips finalize so I can see what my final number is, and I'll get back to my office and then figure out how much I actually made for this Side Hustle Saturday. And after waiting a little bit for all of the tips to arrive, I ended the day, as you know, at $77.49. Although I didn't get gas yet, I'm going to take out about $10 just for gas. And as I said, I'm going to take out 15% for tax, and that's going to have us take out $11.62 for taxes. Other than that, today I'm only going to take out 10% for maintenance on the car, so that's going to be another $7.50, leaving us with a net total for today on a Tuesday afternoon at $48.37. I don't think that that's too bad. I could have stayed out, like I said, and tried to make a little bit more, but I decided to go home. So add another $50 to the queue. If we add that $48.37 to our running total of $251.71, we now have $300.08 for a Side Hustle Saturday. I think what I need to do is just go out for a week straight, try to make $500 just so I can get up to a reasonable amount of money to start flipping iPhones or to start flipping couches or to do some more things. But I'm gonna have a lot of fun driving for Uber and Lyft, and even if I do start flipping iPhones or doing some other stuff, I probably still will continue continue to do Uber and Lyft just to get some consistent revenue coming in on a weekly basis. But if you found any kind of value in this video, make sure you tap that like button for your boy, and also hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. If you do, then I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.